The Istanbul Miracle. How will Unai Emery's unstoppable machine face the fierce wolves of Freiburg? Welcome to Istanbul, the magical city where continents collide. Tonight, it serves as the ultimate stage for the Europa League Final. This season has been a story of absolute extremes. A breathtaking collision between raw human emotion and cold, calculated tactics. On one side, we have the Black Forest Wolves, SC Freiburg, a club built on pure, unbreakable spirit and absolute loyalty. On the other side, we have Aston Villa, an unstoppable Premier League machine driven by Unai Emery, the man who is widely considered the undisputed king of European football. Let's deeply break down their incredible, blood, sweat, and tears journey to this historic final. Freiburg's path to Istanbul completely defies all mathematical logic. They didn't just win games of football, they survived pure nightmares. Following the legendary era of Christian Streich, many doubted their future. But under the passionate guidance of their new young manager, Julian Schuster injected a fearless, zombie-like mentality into this squad. He taught them that running until their lungs burn is the only way to win. In the playoffs against Genk, Freiburg was considered completely dead. After a depressing 1-0 away defeat in Belgium, European critics wrote them off. But back at their home stadium, the Europa Park Stadion, they unleashed absolute hell. The players ran like starving wolves, overwhelming the Belgian defense from the first whistle. Vincenzo Grifo's crosses were lethal, tearing apart Genk's defensive line. They won 5-2 in a chaotic, beautiful display of attacking football. It sent a terrifying message to the rest of Europe. Then came the challenge of Celta Vigo in the quarterfinals. Spanish teams are internationally famous for their beautiful, highly technical possession football, but Julian Schuster prepared a defensive and tactical masterclass to completely destroy them. Freiburg suffocated Celta's creative midfielders with an extreme high-pressing system. They gave the Spanish players absolutely 0 seconds to breathe on the ball. The result was shocking. They dismantled the Spanish side 6-1 on aggregate. It was a powerful statement of tactical evolution, proving they are not just about passion. But the real heart-stopping miracle happened in the semi-finals against Braga. Losing 2-1 in Portugal, Freiburg was pushed to the absolute edge of elimination. They needed another magical home miracle to survive in the tournament. The tension in Germany was suffocating on the night of the second leg. But under the freezing rain, fueled by the deafening roar of their fans, Freiburg delivered a brutal and unforgettable 3-1 victory. They fought for every single inch of grass, winning every crucial tackle. They secured their ticket to Istanbul with blood, sweat, and absolute determination. However, Aston Villa's journey to this final was a completely different story. It was a terrifying display of financial power and Premier League dominance. Unai Emery has transformed Aston Villa into a ruthless tactical monster. His DNA is literally intertwined with the Europa League trophy. He knows exactly how to navigate the complicated waters of European knockout football. They shut down the French side Lille completely in the early rounds, advancing with a clean, surgical, and professional 3-0 aggregate. Then, they faced the ultimate defensive test against Bologna. In the quarterfinals, Italian teams are historically legendary for their impenetrable defensive structure. But Aston Villa absolutely dismantled their defense like it was nothing, winning 3-1 in Italy, completely breaking their defensive line with extreme pace. And then, they crushed them 4-0 at Villa Park in front of a wild English crowd. Ollie Watkins and John McGinn operated like components of a perfect, well-oiled machine. But their biggest and most emotional test was the violent English derby against Nottingham Forest, a highly anticipated semi-final clash that shocked the entire football world. Forest played the game of their absolute lives, winning 1-0 in the incredibly tense first leg. They parked the bus, defended with their lives, and hurt Villa on a lucky counterattack. Emery's response to this tactical insult was absolute, ruthless revenge. In the second leg, Aston Villa didn't just want to win the game. They wanted to send a message. They wanted to completely destroy their rivals. They tore Nottingham Forest apart, securing a brutal 4-0 victory at home. They proved, without a shadow of a doubt, that they are the ultimate apex predators of this tournament. Now, these two vastly contrasting footballing philosophies clash in Istanbul, a beautiful neutral ground far away from their intimidating home fortresses. And here is the crucial tactical reality hidden deep inside the advanced data. Freiburg's greatest and most emotional miracles always happened in front of their crazy home fans. Their intense, high-energy pressing system requires massive, continuous emotional support. The fans are literally their 12th man on the pitch. Without that roaring stadium behind them, can taking down Emery's machine be possible? Julian Schuster must motivate his players to transcend their physical limits. If they give Aston Villa's world-class midfield even 1 second to breathe, it is completely over. Emery's tactical setup is perfectly designed to exploit tired and exhausted opponents. Villa's incredibly fast wingers will constantly target the massive spaces left behind by Freiburg's aggressive press. This final will likely be decided in the chaotic first 30 minutes. If Freiburg presses high, intercepts the ball in dangerous areas, and scores early, they can completely disrupt Aston Villa's rhythm and drag them into a chaotic, emotional dogfight. In that chaotic and messy scenario, they can pull off a historic 1-0 miracle. But if Aston Villa stays calm and breaks the initial aggressive press, if Emery's men control the tempo of the game and survive the intense first half, this neutral stadium in Istanbul will become a massive, inescapable trap for the Germans. Once Freiburg's energy levels begin to drop in the second half, Villa will be merciless. Our tactical data heavily points towards a ruthless 3-0 Aston Villa victory in that specific scenario. Will the Spanish tactical genius conquer the European continent once again? Or will the passionate young German manager write the greatest underdog story in modern football history? The glorious Europa League trophy silently awaits its new master. We want to hear from you. Predict your final score in the comments below. Because in the beautiful game of football, data is merely a guide. But miracles are absolutely real.